Hello indie game fans! After a warm-up month for the rest of 2021, we have an embarrassment of indie game riches in August, where this list could have quite easily been a top 20, so it was a tough list to make, but presenting my top 10 indie games to look forward to. Let's begin with the gorgeous hand-drawn title, Greak Memories of Azure, one where you control 3 siblings as they seek to escape from an enemy invasion, adventuring through the lands in order to regroup and to build an airship to escape. As the trailer shows, it does appear to combine puzzles and combat quite nicely, even to the extent of having boss fights, but for 90s kids out there like me, I'm sure that you'll see more than a bit of the Lost Vikings in this. While I do usually commend pixel art titles for their fantastic look, I have to say that the hand-drawn art here is gorgeous due to the variety, attention to detail, and even lighting and particle effects, making it a no-brainer pick for the month. I'm pretty excited about Haven Park as well, one of the cutest management adventure games about running a nature park for campers to enjoy. First off, I love the design of the main character, being a cute little bird, where the activities include repairing bridges and lamps, building and maintaining facilities that campers use, and scavenging and harvesting resources from the environment. It does look to give off a similar vibe to A Short Hike, so if you're in for a chill time, wishlist this right now. One of my most anticipated games of the year finally gets an early access release with the post-apocalyptic action-adventure RPG Death Trash. One that's of note not only because of the grimy pixel art, but because it does also have some Fallout vibes as well. It's a classic role-playing title set in yet another post-apocalyptic wasteland, but having cosmic horrors in the mix, where these fleshy creatures and abominations are more than meets the eye. It's an open world title, so I want to see what the developers have come up with, where if they do manage to capture some of the magic of exploration of some of the greats, it could be a very good game indeed. If you're at all curious as to why people are excited about the time loop thriller 12 Minutes, watch this original trailer from way back when to get an idea.
I have a surprise for you.
Okay.
You want to guess what it is?
This is an outfit for a newborn. You bought it this morning. You wanted to surprise me.
I'm sorry.
You're pregnant.
You know?
I know because you already gave it to me. This has happened before.
What are you talking about? What's going on?
Someone is coming. He's going to hurt us. He says you killed your father. I need to know what happened.
Why are you doing this? My father died.
Died of a heart attack?
No, I didn't have anything to do with...
Any second now, he's gonna knock on that door. Help me.
This isn't happening. This can't be happening.
Police, open up.
That's him.
Did you call the police?
We have a warrant. Please open the door.
I didn't do anything.
We're here to help.
Don't listen to him. I'm your only chance.
Open the door, right now.
You know me. I love you. You have to believe me.
Stop.
No.
You're under arrest.
No.
Hey!
You're home. What are you doing? Are you okay?
It's one surprise after the next, since we finally get a release date for the 3D Metroidvania Recompile, one that is set within the mainframe of a computer where you play as a program trying to escape deletion. Of course, the 3D Metroidvania is a term that may offend purists, since some people think that Metroidvanias must be 2D only, but the addition of a dimension does lead to some interesting possibilities. Of note is that combat looks like a third-person shooter as compared to the usual melee focus, with its share of puzzles, secrets, traversal abilities and platforming looking pretty sweet, which makes it of interest. If you like the picks so far, smack that like button and subscribe. Special video at 69 for 20 subscribers. I've mentioned Here Comes Niko a number of times on the channel, most recently when covering the Wholesome Direct, where this cozy 3D platformer just looks like the best. You play as a professional friend who is working for a frog, having to explore and travel across scenic islands in order to help the people there. There's something just so charming about this game which makes me feel all warm and fuzzy inside, and since it's being published by the developer of A Hat in Time, you know that there's definitely some substance here. One of the more interesting titles of the Steam Nix Festival in June is Mech Armada, a 3D roguelite tactics title that allows you to build and customize your own mechs. Some of you in the comments did say that it looks like 3D Into the Breach, which isn't too far off, but does appear to lack the city protecting portion, instead purely focusing on the combat with up to 5 mechs under your control. Seems neat and is one for fans of the genre. A title that is definitely of interest next month is the 1.0 release of Dreamscaper, an action roguelite set in the dreams and nightmares of your subconscious. It's impressed so far in early access, releasing patch after patch of significant content drops, where it will fully launch about 1 year after its early access release, which is pretty good. There are meta progression elements in the form of permanent upgrades, as well as NPCs to befriend and build relationships with, so for sure they learned some lessons from Hades, which, combined with the sleek action and gorgeous visuals, makes this a must-play in my opinion. Another title that I have my eye on is Song of Iron, a brutal and fantastic looking side-scrolling action title. Play as a warrior hell-bent on moving to the right, slaughtering anyone and everything in your way in order to reach the Great Temple of the Gods. Swords, bows, shields, and even elemental powers can be used, where there is weapon durability, but you can pick up the weapons of your enemies, which do range from humans to monsters. It's from a solo developer as well, which makes it even more impressive, so help an indie developer out by wishlisting this right now. And of course, being a Metroidvania fan, I have to give a very special shout out to the otherworldly Grime, a title with one of the most unique looks and inspirations, which makes it stand out in the space. If you are sick of the classic high fantasy, dark gothic or sci-fi atmospheres, the surreal nature of this world and enemies here, looking to be made of organic roots and rocks, with, I quote, weeping caves and face-covered deserts, as well as some unsettling boss designs, makes this such an intriguing entry. Not to mention that you play as a living black hole, having to absorb your enemies in order to customize your character. There are also transforming living weapons like a centipede whip, which gives me Bloodborne vibes, so of course it takes the number 1 spot. For the best current Metroidvania or Souls-like indie games, watch these videos and I will see you after the jump.